I believe that Lex Luger is deserving of being in the WWE Hall of Fame, unquestionably. Some of the reasons why I think he was not put in until now is him leaving WWE abruptly and joining WCW, appearing on the first Nitro, which gave the first Nitro a real boost. If it wasn't like that, made the show talked about. The internet was in its infancy, but it was all over the internet even back then, and people were buzzing. We didn't even get wrestling or WCW Nitro in Canada at that point because it was you had to have a very special cable package to get TNT. And I even remember people talking about it at school. Did you hear Lex Luger appeared for WCW? And it was like, what? He's in a tag team with Davey Boy Smith. Of course, I mean, he was charged, and the charges were dropped for abusing Elizabeth allegedly just before she passed away. And again, I have a Lex Luger playlist in the description here. I've interviewed him. There's a lot of videos of people talking about him. Click on the playlist if you want to see a lot of Lex Luger videos. The thing about him and that Elizabeth situation that bothers me is whenever he's asked about what she died of, he refuses to acknowledge that he knew what she was on, at least in any of the videos I've seen, including some of the ones right on my channel. Well, I don't know what she was on. She lived in my house. I ended up going to jail after that for all the drugs that were in my house illegally, but I have no idea what Elizabeth was on. And the other thing is, he didn't do CPR. He did. I am a first aid person. I've done CPR to people in the past. I've seen it done. My dad was a cop too. I even managed to save my dog's life a few years ago by doing a version of animal CPR. I do believe, I'm not saying he could have necessarily saved her, but if he had kept her alive until the ambulance got there, let's just play a clip for anyone that doesn't understand what I'm talking about, that I don't think he did as much as he could have to save her. Let's just play this right now.
She's laying on the floor. I've tried to pick her up. I've tried to...
Okay, what I want you to do, I want you to go over and see if she's breathing.
I can't tell. Please send somebody here who knows what they're doing.
He's not willing to help.
I understand that, sir. I have somebody
try
on
to
the
do
way,
some first
but
responder
if she's not
stuff.
breathing, you need to help her breathe. You need to find out whether or not she's breathing. Go over to her. Roll her, put her on. Sir.
Oh, my God. Oh, please send somebody.
Listen to me. You have got to help her. Lean down.
I'm trying. I've been trying to help her.
Lean down and check and see if she's breathing. Look at her chest. See if it's rising.
Something like it is. I'm scared to death.
So she's trying to get him to check her vitals, but he's scared to death to touch her, seemingly. Like, in a case like that, you got to get on the person. You got to do what you can. Even if you don't know how to do CPR, you got to listen to the person and try and revive them. Anyways, that's just, as someone that's done a lot of first aid and actually helped people with it, I have issues with that. And as a fan of Elizabeth, I don't think he did all that he could have done to help her stay alive. And I find it funny, not funny, but I find it hard to believe that he had no idea what she overdosed on. It's just a real sad situation. But does he deserve to be in the Hall of Fame where they and I'm not putting him in the Jimmy Snuka or Sonny category, but he's definitely controversial. Does he deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? Yes.